Well. Hello everyone, Edrunner Gaming HD, and welcome to the first discussion video of the new year, 2023. Man, it's hard to believe that it's almost the end of January. Actually, at the time of me recording this, it's 30 minutes until midnight, February 1st for me. So, just about 30 minutes time, and it'll be the start of February for everybody here in the United States. So, happy February 1st to everybody out there. Hope that you have a wonderful month of February. Hope January was a great month for all of you. Stay safe out there in these troubling times. The world is a very dark and cruel place at times. It could be it can be dangerous out there. So just stay safe, okay? But anyways, with that being said, first discussion video of the new year, and what do you know? It's about some drama that's going on in the virtual YouTubing community. Go figure. However, this drama is a little different than most dramas that happen within the VTuber community, because this is something that involves a subject that I actually was going to make a video about near the launch date, but I figured, you know what? I'll just do the video now. I'll just get it done and over with and out of the way now, because this involves a certain franchise, a certain IP that is known to many, and that franchise just happens to be Harry Potter. Now, unless you live under a rock, unless you're like a fucking caveman and have never heard of Harry Potter is known to be one of the most celebrated book franchises in literature history. It's known to be one of the biggest film franchises of all time. Some of the movies are actually in the top 20 highest selling films of all time. Not just in this decade, not just the 2000s, but all time in the history of cinema. Like, these are movies that have racked over hundreds of millions of dollars, even sometimes all the way up to $1 billion in revenue. So, Harry Potter is no stranger to the literature, the books, and movie history, basically. However, as legendary as the books are, as legendary as the movies are, as iconic and as big of a franchise as Harry Potter is, it doesn't come without controversy. And that controversy mostly stems from, unfortunately, the creator of Harry Potter. A little somebody that I like to call one of the biggest piece of shit homophobic human beings walking the face of this earth, and that person is J.K. Rowling. I've always had a love and respect for Harry Potter growing up as a kid. To me, Harry Potter as a child, when I was growing up, was one of my favorite IPs, one of my favorite franchises in the entire world. I went and saw the Harry Potter movies in the movie theaters. Almost every single one. The only ones that I didn't see were 1, 2, and 3. I didn't get to see the first 3 when they came out in the movie theaters. But 4, 5, 6, 7, Part 1, and 7, Part 2, I saw all of those in the movie theaters. I was a huge fan of Harry Potter. However, J.K. Rowling has done a lot of things over the past few years that have pretty much destroyed my love for this IP, for this franchise. And most of it stems from the fact that J.K. Rowling is known to be one of the most homophobic human beings on the face of the earth. This is a woman that has taken money that people have given her for the Harry Potter IP and has used that money to make organizations, groups that are against LGBT. And her views on LGBT are views that let's just say they're views that made a lot of people, including me, lose all respect for her. I don't want nothing to do with J.K. Rowling's anymore. I don't want nothing to do with Harry Potter. I don't want nothing to do with the IP. I don't want nothing to do with the franchise. I don't want anything to do with anything that has J.K. Rowling's name on it. I don't care how much I loved it as a child. I don't care how much I loved it as a kid. I don't care how much I adored Harry Potter growing up. I personally cannot and will not give my time or my money to a franchise, to any IP, to anything that is associated with somebody who is very anti-LGBTQ like J.K. Rowling is. And this all stems around Hogwarts Legacy. You know, the new Harry Potter game that's fixing to come out in a few months for next-gen consoles, for PC. It's also coming to PS4 and Xbox One, I think a month after it comes to next-gen and PC. Well, the reason why I'm making this video now, and I was going to talk about this, like I said, later on when the game came out, or around the time the game came out, but the reason why I'm making this now is that there is a lot of hate going on in the VTuber community involving VTubers who have come out and publicly stated that they can't wait to get their hands on Hogwarts Legacy. Excuse me. They can't wait to get their hands on the game, and they can't wait to play it on their channel for all their fans to watch. And holy shit, the fucking floodgates open. They got a lot of hate from so many people, calling them anti-LGBTQ, calling them anti-Semitism, calling them homophobic, stuff like that. Just basically a whole bunch of like, you're a homophobe, you're a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Just because they came out and stated that they want to play Hogwarts Legacy. People like Iron Mouse and so many others have gotten a ton of backlash from the VTuber community, from VTuber fans, because they came out and said that they want to play the new Harry Potter game when it comes out. And there is this VTuber that I watch called Beelzebub. He covers drama that happens in the VTuber industry. He recently uploaded a video just a few hours ago about this one indie VTuber. Now, I'm going to try to pronounce her name. I'm terribly sorry if I mispronounced this. It's Tiara Misu, I believe. Tiara Misu. I'm just going to call her Tiara Misu. If I mispronounced your name, I am terribly sorry. She made a tweet talking about how she can't wait for Hogwarts Legacy to come out, how she's looking forward to playing it for her subscribers, for her followers, blah, 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 blah. And holy shit, she got attacked. She got attacked by so many people on Twitter just for coming out and saying that she's going to play the new Harry Potter game. People calling her out, saying, how dare you buy a game supporting J.K. Rowling's, blah, 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 blah. Some people, I mean, there were people that were being respectful about it, but there were also people that were sending her death threats just for saying that she's going to play Hogwarts Legacy. And it got to the point where she was contemplating graduating from the VTuber industry. So she made this very long tweet on Twitlonger, and I have the screenshot here. And I'll also provide a link down below to Beal's video about this. Go check out his video on this topic. Go hear his opinions on this. But anyway, here's the twit longer, and it reads, and I quote, "So I made a post, as many of you know, and retweet and quote retweet. This is the last time I'm saying this because at this point I'm really just sick of saying the same thing over and over again. I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. I don't know where the fuck it even came up or who straight up lied, but I care about everyone. That being said, I don't fucking support J.K. Rowling. I never really have. I just like Harry Potter and I like the game itself. It looks cool to run around and throw spells at bad guys. I am not apologizing for liking a concept in video game. I've been harassed in DMs and quote retweet and whatever else, and I tell people that, but I'm met with, they're just responding to your tweet because you asked. I asked for a response, and if you had a disagreement, that's perfectly fine. But I'm not going to sit and be insulted and called an idiot, a fool, a white straight CIS female because I'm excited for a game. That's fucking stupid. I proceeded to laugh and save a meme that shows dark humor, to which again, Twitter did its thing where everyone turned on you and decides you're a horrible human being for laughing over a meme. This community is so unnecessarily toxic. I have huge accounts that follow me unfollow because they don't want to be associated with me anymore because I'm interested in a fucking video game. I have people in my DMs asking if I genuinely hate trans people. After this entire thing, I was debating even staying as a VTuber, even after my reveal, because people have just upset me to my core over this, and how much of a witch hunt Twitter is. Unquote. Wow. Okay. Let me give my opinions on this whole situation, okay? And before I get to my opinions, I just want to let it be known, this video is protected under fair use. I figured I'd say that here just in case this VTuber happens to come across this video and doesn't like what I'm about to say here. Because I know that there's a chance that she may be one of those type of content creators that may not like people's opinion here on the internet and might try to DMCA or copyright strike this video. So I'm just going to throw this out here. If you DMCA this, I will definitely fucking clap back. And that's something that you really don't want me to do. So best advice is let me speak my mind. Let me state my opinions. I'm not here to shit on you. Okay? I'm not here to shit on you. I'm not, gonna call you a homophobe or anything like that. I'm not gonna call you anti-LGBTQ. But I do need to get my opinions off my chest about this whole situation. And if you don't agree with my opinions, well, that's too damn bad. They're my opinions and my opinions alone. So, you're mad and upset because people called you out because you state you wanted to play the new Harry Potter game. Number one, what did you expect? Number two, it's a franchise made by a person who has done some really shady stuff in their past. Number three, and continues to do really shady stuff, by the way, to this day in the present time. Number three, and most importantly of all, it's the fucking internet. You're gonna get hate regardless. You could play Red Dead Redemption 2, and you'll still have somebody come out and say, why are you playing this game? It's a piece of shit. The characters in that game are homophobic. They're anti-LGBT. This game hates on women. Blah, 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 blah. You're gonna have people shit on you regardless of what game that you play. Going back to number one. You're mad and upset because people are calling you out for playing the new Harry Potter game, for playing Hogwarts Legacy. What did you expect? You're playing a game that is being sponsored by a woman. Well, not sponsored, that's the wrong words for it. A game of an IP of a franchise that was created by a woman who has used her people's money People that have given her money for her books and her movies. She has used their money to make anti-LGBT communities, to make anti-LGBT groups, and has publicly come out and stated that she is homophobic, that she's anti-LGBT, that she doesn't like lesbians, that she doesn't like gay people. A woman that has, in her books, has some very racial tendencies towards certain groups in the Harry Potter books. The goblins in the Harry Potter stories, the goblins in Harry Potter lore, are treated like Jews during the Holocaust. In the Harry Potter movie, I believe it's Chamber of Secrets, when Harry Potter and Hagrid are going inside the bank, if you look on the floor, there is a star representing the Jewish flag. Yeah. J.K. Rowling has always had racial tendencies. Always. Ever since Harry Potter was made, she's always had racial tendencies. She just never was exposed for it until recently. If you want to buy the game, if you want to play Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy, nobody's stopping you from playing the game. Nobody's stopping you from buying the game. Nobody's stopping you from playing the game. If you want to spend your $60 on this game, if you want to play the game, hey, more power to you. Do what you want. It's your money, it's your channel, it's your content. Do whatever you want. Hell, I think people are insane for buying Madden every single year. I think people are insane for buying Call of Duty and FIFA every single year. I think people are insane for buying Metal Gear Survive and etc. But hey, you know what? Those people are going to buy the games regardless. You could literally scream at them till you're blue in the face. If they're still going to buy the game, you're not going to change their opinion. I don't want to hear their take on video games. I don't want to hear their opinion on video games if they actively go out and buy these games every single fucking year. If they go out and buy these games every single year and have no issues with these games at all, can't find anything wrong, don't call the developers or the publishers out, and think these games are the creme de la creme, they're the greatest games of all time, then good for them. I don't want to hear their opinion on gaming, but good for them. Same goes to you. If you want to go out and buy Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy and play it, then hey, cool. I've already covered J.K. Rowling, so that's number 2. And number 3, like I said, it's the internet. What do you expect? You're going to get hate regardless of what you do. I've gotten so much hate on the internet on my time being on here. Dude, I can't tell you the amount of death threats I've gotten from people. And you want to talk about death threats, saying that people have sent you death threats. It's the internet. It's going to happen. People are going to send death threats to you over the littlest of things. You could literally wake up, get on Twitter, and tweet out, "Good morning, world. Hope everybody has a great day today." And you might get a bunch of positive comments, and then you're going to get that one negative comment from this one asshole. "I hope you die today." Okay. Just ignore it. Who cares? I find those people to be fucking funny. I laugh at shit like that. Yeah, there was a point in time where, I did kind of take that stuff seriously because I was young and naive. But now that I'm a lot older, I don't pay that shit attention no more. I laugh it off. If you want to send me a death threat over the internet, to me, I'm just gonna keep it 100. If you're gonna send me a death threat over the internet, to me you're a fucking pussy. You're a pussy, plain and simple. If you really want to come and kick my ass, if you really want to kill me, if you're like actually dead ass serious about it, then I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a time, a date, and an address. And I promise you on my father's dead grave, God rest his soul, I promise you I will show up. And what happens, happens. If you want to take it that seriously, if you're actually serious about wanting to kick my ass, or even worse, kill me, I will give you a time and a date and an address. And I promise you I will show up. And you better show up as well. Otherwise, to me, you're one of the biggest pussies walking the face of this fucking earth. I'm not going to waste my time coming to you. If you give me a time, date, and address, I'm not coming to see you because I don't want to waste my time with you. If you want to call me a pussy for that, whatever, I guess. I just choose not to waste my time with you because I laugh this shit off. I find it fucking hilarious. And you should be the same. I hate to say this. I hate to say this to you, sweetheart. But grow the fuck up. It's the internet. You're going to get death threats regardless. You could be the nicest, kindest, sweetest human being in the world. You're still going to have people that hate you. Regardless. You're just going to have to get used to it. You could come out and basically say that instead of Hogwarts Legacy, you can come out and say, oh, I'm playing the Dead Space remake. You could still get hate for it. Somebody could still hate on you for it. Oh, why are you placing that piece of shit remake? It's better than you'll kill yourself. Just ignore it. Who cares? Who fucking cares? At the end of the day, it's just some fucking loser on the internet. Who cares? Who gives a shit? And then you want to say that, you don't support J.K. Rowling, and you talk about this meme that you posted, this dark humor meme, and I have the screenshot of that. Let me pull it up here, and I'll put the screenshots here in the video. You basically liked this meme that was on Twitter that this person tweeted out, and it's basically a Spider-Man meme, and it goes, I pre-ordered Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm really excited to play it. Peter, that game causes harm to the trans community and fuels anti-Semitism. I just told you that I've already bought it, Harry. You don't need to sell it to me. And then here you are at the bottom of the tweet, liking it, and then putting a comment, I'm saving this. Okay, I thought you said that you were pro-LGBT. That you were okay with, men being with men, girls being with girls. I thought you said you were okay with that you're not going to judge people. But here you are liking a tweet that is basically poking fun at LGBT and saying that you're saving this. And then you want to come out and say, oh, it's just a dark humor joke, bro. I don't care if it's dark humor or not. It makes you look really suspicious. And you wonder why people are calling you out for this. Because this makes you look like you have a problem with LGBT. I'm just going to come out and flat out say it. When you like stuff like this and retweet stuff like this and say that you're saving this meme, it makes you look very suspicious. It makes people actually want to question you. So you getting mad that people are blowing up your DMs asking if you're anti-LGBT or anti-Semitism, and you're going to get mad about it, well, do you fucking blame them? Because you're liking stuff like this. I don't blame them. Now, the ones that are sending you death threats and, shitting on you for this, yeah, they're real pieces of shit. Fuck them. Just ignore those people. But to the ones that actually have, like, genuine criticism of you, that are trying to come about it in the nicest way possible, and you're still shitting on them, that makes you look like a piece of shit. And then you want to come out and say, oh, if you're somebody wanting to join the VTuber community, don't. It's very toxic. The VTuber community has always been toxic. Like I said, you could be the nicest, gentlest, sweetest soul in the world. You're still going to get hate. I look at it like Mr. Rogers. I look at Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers is one of the nicest human beings that ever walked the face of this earth. But not everybody liked him. Not everyone loved him. He still got hate. There were still people out there that hated his guts. I don't know why, considering that he never did anything to throw me off as him being like racist or a homophobe or anti-Semitism or anything. No, Mr. Rogers seemed like the nicest guy in the world. Like I said, he never did anything that came off as odd toward me. But there's still people out there that hate his guts regardless. You liking this tweet and saving this tweet doesn't help your image at all. In fact, it makes it a lot worse. Because of course people are going to question you over this. What did you expect? I've gone on almost 30 minutes here. To sum this all up, and this isn't the best discussion video I've ever done, but I just figured I'd do this just to get it out of the way. I'm just going to say this. If you people want to go out and buy Hogwarts Legacy and still support J.K. Rowling and still support the game, more power to you. Do whatever the fuck you want with your money. You want to go buy Madden every single year, go buy Madden every single year. I mean, me personally, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Buying Madden every single year and saying it's the greatest game of all time and thinking that there's nothing wrong with it, it means that you might like getting kicked in the nuts every single year. You just open up your crotch and just let EA kick you right in the fucking nuts every single year. And hey, there's people out there that may get into that shit. I find it weird, but hey, more power to them. If they want to open up their legs and get kicked in the fucking nuts every single year by EA for buying the same damn game every single year, then more power to them. Just don't come crying about it when they kick you so hard in the nuts one day that your nuts fucking explode and you're just left lying there on the ground crying in pain because your nuts are bleeding all over the place. Don't come crying to me about it because I'm going to sit here and be like, well, I told you so. Stop buying that shit. Start giving your money to developers toward games that actually give a shit. That actually care about you. That actually make good quality games. But again, it ain't my place to tell them what to do with their money. I could recommend. Doesn't mean they have to listen to me. Same goes to you. You want to play Hogwarts Legacy? And this goes to anybody that comes across this video. You want to still buy Hogwarts Legacy, then buy Hogwarts Legacy. Nobody's stopping you. Me personally, I'm not going to fucking buy it. I'm not going to give it my money. I'm not going to give that game my time of the day. I'm not giving it any time here on my channel outside of this video. I don't even want to play the game. I don't even want to talk about the game. Me personally, if you were to ask me, I think the game is going to flop. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's going to be a fucking disaster. I think the game's going to come out and be a steaming pile of shit. Then again, it could also come out and win Game of the Year. Who knows? And honestly, who fucking cares? Who cares? If it wins Game of the Year, ain't gonna hurt my fucking feelings. Whatever. Plenty of other games I could play. I don't fucking care. As for J.K. Rowling, I don't want nothing to do with her anymore. I don't want to read any books that she made. I don't want to watch any movies that she made. I don't want nothing to do with her ever again. The last time I watched Harry Potter, by the way, I tried to make my friend Orbital Sigma watch every single Harry Potter film. Because we used to watch movies, because he had a laptop back in the day, and we used to do movie watch-alongs, and sometimes he would make me watch shit movies, and I made him watch, movies that he didn't like in return. And the movies that he hated the most were the Harry Potter films. So I tried to force him to watch every single Harry Potter movie. We only made it to the third film before we cut it off. Because while we're watching these movies, I couldn't help but sit back and think, as much as I love these movies, I cannot shake that feeling off that I'm sitting here watching movies that are made by a despicable, disgusting human being. And by the time we got to the third movie, I told him to just turn it off. And we never went back to Harry Potter ever again. We never sat down and watched it ever again. We never even talked about it ever again. We moved on. We didn't even watch Fantastic Worlds. We didn't watch any other IP that J.K. Rowling's made. I chose not to. He chose not to. And from here on out, continuing on, unless J.K. Rowling comes out and does a massive 360 on her life and starts giving a shit ton of money toward, LGBT communities, pro-LGBT, and takes back all her statements and stuff that she said and did about, anti-LGBT. If she takes all of that back and starts actually donating money toward LGBT and basically changes her life around, maybe I'll give her one more chance. Just maybe I'll give her one more chance to redeem herself. But me personally, I don't see her doing that. I just don't. And to be quite honest with you, I think the damage is already done. I can't even watch Harry Potter films anymore. This is a franchise, like I said at the very beginning of this video, that I grew up loving. I can't watch it the same way anymore. The last time I watched it was with my friend, and it just left a bitter taste in my mouth. It left a bad taste in my mouth. I can't sit down and enjoy these movies anymore. I can't read the books anymore. I don't want nothing to do with any IP or franchise associated with this bitch, basically. But I'm not going to sit here and shit on people who want to go out here and buy Hogwarts Legacy. If you want to go out there and buy Hogwarts Legacy, cool. Nobody's stopping you. Iron Mouse, you're one of the biggest VTubers of all time. You stated that you wanted to play Hogwarts Legacy. Good. More power to you. And if people want to shit on you for that, then whatever. Just ignore it. Who cares? To the VTuber Tiara Misu, again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Don't graduate over this, okay? Nobody's asking for you to graduate, except for the people that actually genuinely fucking hate you over this. Nobody wants you to graduate over this. There are people like me that are just trying to come about this in the most respectful way possible. Sure, we may seem like assholes. We may seem like dicks. But we're not telling you to go kill yourself, to go off yourselves or anything like that. I'm not telling you to do that. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to graduate. I want you to thrive in the VTuber community. I love VTubers. I love virtual YouTubing. This is one of my favorite hobbies to watch, to be involved with. Hell, if I had the equipment, I would be a VTuber myself. I used to use that one app, the free VTuber app. I don't use that anymore because to me it's just a complete waste of time. But if I had the actual equipment to be an actual VTuber, I would do it. I love this community. Sure, There's VTubers in this community that I think are actual genuine pieces of shit that actually really should graduate. Not going to say any names here, but there are VTubers in this industry that I think are real pieces of shit that if they were to graduate tomorrow, I wouldn't even shed a tear over. I would just look at it and be like, oh well, don't care. Goodbye. As for you, I don't want you to graduate. But if you are going to sit here and think that people are going to, that people is just going to let this slide and not call you out for this, I hate to say it, you're a fucking idiot. Of course people are going to call you out for this. People call me out for shit too. Doesn't mean I have to listen to them. Doesn't mean that I have to take their advice. That's up to me. That's up to me if I want to take their advice or not. I could listen to what they have to say and take it as constructive criticism, or I could simply ignore it, or I could just do a third option, and that's basically tell them to fuck off. If you don't like what I'm saying, and I know that I hate this saying, I know it gets tiresome, but I'll just say it here. If you don't like what I'm saying, then just don't fucking watch. Don't watch my content. Don't watch my channel. Simple as that. You go play Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. Don't graduate. Stick to being you. Go ahead and play Hogwarts Legacy. I hope you have a lot of fun with the game. I hope you have a good time playing the game. I wish you the best of luck. Don't graduate. That's all I'm asking. Please don't graduate. Please stay in the community. And you coming out and saying don't join the VTuber community because it's toxic. The VTuber community has always been toxic. It will always be toxic. Who the hell are you to come out and basically say, don't join the VTuber community? So, you're basically saying you don't want anybody to be a virtual YouTuber. That's basically what you're saying. If there weren't no VTubers, there wouldn't be no VTuber industry. If there was no VTuber industry, these people would either have IRL real jobs, or God knows, some of them could be fucking dead. There's VTubers in this industry that suffer with depression, and this is all that they have left. You take this away from them, they might end up fucking killing themselves. I don't want that to happen. I don't care if I like their content or not. I don't want them to off themselves. The VTuber community is always going to be toxic. You telling people not to join, all I can do is just look at that and be like, whatever. I don't have to listen to your advice. You don't have to listen to mine. I love this community. Sure, there's a lot of assholes in this community. There's a lot of toxicity in this community. But overall, I love this community. I love VTubers. I'll always love virtual YouTubers. Some of my favorites have come and gone. I've rambled on long enough. This is almost a 40-minute long video. I'm going to call it here. Again, not my best discussion video, but I just had to get this off my chest. No, I'm not playing Hogwarts Legacy on my channel. Don't expect it. You're not going to see me play Lego Harry Potter, anything Harry Potter related. Anything having to do with Harry Potter, you're not going to see it here on my channel. This is the first and only time I'm ever probably going to make a video about Harry Potter. Ever. I've washed my hands of the Harry Potter franchise. After over 20 years, I'm done. J.K. Rowling's, fuck you. You homophobic piece of shit bitch. Fuck you. I hate what you have turned yourself into. I hate what you have become. I hate that you have forever tarnished your reputation in a franchise that has meant so much to so many people growing up. For you to just basically just throw that to the side because you want to be an anti-Semitism piece of shit. You want to be an anti-LGBTQ piece of shit. It makes me wish I never even got involved with the Harry Potter franchise. So in closing, fuck you, J.K. Rowling. I will never support a franchise or any IP with your name on it ever again. Unless you do a complete 360 of your life. And at this point, I think the damage is already done enough. Even if you were to do a 360, the damage is done. It would take you probably seeking fucking therapy and going away for a long while for me to even think about maybe forgiving you. With that being said, thank you guys and gals so much for watching. Edrunner Gaming HD, signing out.
They will find me through the flames, flames that run down through my veins. I will make the city burn. We're not planning to return. Trying so hard to be free, to make you see what I see. Hold on to your wishes if you can't hold on to me. Forgive me for